Today we're taking a look at the Connecticut Sun vs Indiana Fever match, which is happening on Saturday, July 3, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The Connecticut Sun stepped onto the hardwood against the Indiana Fever and walked away with a win by a score of 86-80 in their last game. Connecticut finished having earned a 46.0% field goal percentage, 29 out of 63, and converted 5 of their 20 shots from beyond the perimeter. From the free throw line, the Sun converted 23 of their 26 shots for a percentage of 88.5%. With respect to hauling and rebounds, they compiled 29, with 11 of them being on the offensive end. They also dished out 19 assists in this game while forcing the opposition into 15 turnovers and getting 9 steals. When discussing the defense, Connecticut allowed the other team to shoot 48.3% from the field on 29 of 60 shooting. Indiana earned 18 dimes and had 9 steals in the matchup. Additionally, Indiana pulled down 24 rebounds, 5 offensive, 19 defensive, and earned 1 block. Indiana ended up shooting 90.9% at the free throw line by burying 20 of 22 tries. They made 2 out of their 9 shots from three-point land. The Sun are coming into the game here after playing the Fever in their last game. The game ended up being a win for the Sun by a score of 86-80. With the win, the Sun ended up moving to a 12-5 record on the year. The loss dropped the Fever to a record of 1-16 on the year. The Sun are coming in with Jones as the leading scorer in the last game with 34 points. The second high scorer was Jay Jones with 19 points. The Sun were led in the rebounding by Bonner and B. Jones, who pulled down 7 boards. The passing ended up seeing Thomas lead the team with 7 assists. Brianna Jones is one player who was a major factor in this game. She ended up with 34 points on 14 out of 19 shooting. She was on the court for 36-29 minutes and also snagged 7 rebounds. Jones finished shooting 73.7% from the field but wasn't able to get a dime. An additional player that was a factor in the game for the Sun was Jasmine Thomas. She grabbed 1 rebound in 31 minutes played. She ended up shooting 22.2% from the field in this matchup by hitting 2 of 9, 7 points. When the final whistle was blown, Thomas had 7 assists. Connecticut comes into this one with a mark of 12-5 so far this year. The Sun are connecting on 36.4% on three-point attempts, 125 of 343, and 80.3% from the free throw line. They are averaging 80.4 points per contest, 8th in the league, while hitting 44.1% from the floor. They are turning it over 14.4 times per game and as a team are committing 19.1 fouls per contest. As a team, Connecticut is snagging 36.9 rebounds per contest and has totaled 308 dimes on the year, which has them ranked 5th in the league in terms of passing. Defensively, the Sun are able to force 12.4 turnovers on a nightly basis while drawing 17.8 personal fouls. They are ranked 7th in the WNBA in giving up assists to their opponents with 312 relinquished for the season. The Sun defense is giving up a shooting percentage of 41.4%, 210 of 302, and they relinquish 28.6 rebounds per game as a unit. They are relinquishing 32.4% from beyond the arc, and they are first in basketball in PPG allowed, 74.4. In the game, the Fever's Sean K. Mitchell scored 21 points to lead the team. The Fever ended up getting 18 points from T. Mitchell to be the second high scorer. The Fever were able to rely on McCowan with 8 boards. The Fever seen Robinson get 7 assists in the game. The Sun have a very powerful offense on the season so far. However, the Fever are one team that has struggled quite a bit on the year so far. Look for the Sun to come into the game here and bring home the win in this game here, as their offense is quite a bit better. When they last stepped on the court, the Indiana Fever took a defeat with a final score of 86-80 when they faced the Connecticut Sun. The Fever collected 19 defensive boards and 5 offensive rebounds for a total of 24 for the contest. They also turned the ball over 15 times, while getting 9 steals for the game. The Sun were called for 21 fouls for the contest, which got the Fever to the free throw line for a total of 22 tries. They were able to knock down 20 of the free throws for a rate of 90.9%. When discussing three-point attempts, Indiana converted 2 of their 9 tries, 22.2%. At the conclusion of this game, the Fever shot 29 out of 60 from the floor, which gave them a shooting percentage of 48.3%. The Fever permitted the Sun to knock down 29 out of their 63 tries from the field, which left them shooting 46.0% for the contest. They finished the game shooting 25.0% from downtown by going 5 out of 20 and ended up going 23 of 26 at the free throw line, 88.5%. Concerning rebounding, Indiana permitted Connecticut to snag 29 overall, 11 on the offensive glass. My betting advice is to pick Connecticut Sun -3. Kelsey Mitchell ended up being a major contributor for the Fever in this matchup. She buried 7 out of 11 for this contest, giving her a rate of 63.6% and had 3 rebounds. Mitchell scored 21 points in her 35-56 minutes on the hardwood, but wasn't able to notch an assist. An additional player that was pivotal for Indiana was Jantel Lavender. She wrapped the game up with 6 assists in 29:00 minutes played, and she knocked down 2 of 7 from the floor. Lavender ended up shooting 28.6% from the floor, while also totaling 6 points and 3 total rebounds. The Indiana Fever and Connecticut Sun face off on Saturday in a WNBA basketball showdown at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. These two teams faced off on Thursday, and it was the Sun that were able to win by 6 points. The Indiana Fever had a big third quarter, outsourcing the Sun 23-13, but that still wasn't enough to get the job done. The Indiana Fever have had some real issues this season, and coming into this game they sit with a 1-16 record overall. The Indiana Fever only have 1 win on the season, but they have to feel pretty good about only losing the last game by 6 points. The Indiana Fever on the season are averaging 74.2 points per game, while their defense is giving up 87.9 points per game. Kelsey Mitchell is the best player for Indiana, averaging 16.3 points while shooting 41.3% from the field. Her sister, Tiffany Mitchell, is also having a big year, averaging 11.8 points while shooting 41.9% from the field and 87.3% from the free throw line. Indiana has a record of 1-16 this season. The Fever have committed 18.1 fouls per game, and they connect on 79.5% from the free throw line. They are assisting teammates 17.2 times per contest, 11th in the league, and they are turning it over 14.6 times per game. Indiana has totaled 1,262 pints so far this season, 74.2 per game, and they average 33.9 boards per game. In terms of offensive execution, the Fever are connecting on 41.4% from the field, which is ranked 10th in the WNBA. The Fever are ranked 12th in basketball and PPG allowed with 87.9. They have allowed 20.5 assists and 33.5 boards per game, ranking them 11th and 3rd in the league. The Indiana defense allows 39.5% on three-pointers, 154 of 390, and opponents are connecting on 83.2% of their shots from the free throw line. They have forced 11.8 turnovers per game and have let teams shoot 46.4% from the floor, 11th in basketball. On the other side of this matchup is the Connecticut Sun, who sit with a 12-5 record overall, which puts them in first place in the Eastern Conference. Coming into this game, the Sun have won 4 games in a row. 2 games ago against the Washington Mystics, the offense scored 90 points, and that led to the 19-point victory. On the season, Connecticut is averaging 80.4 points per game, while their defense is giving up 74.4 points per game. My second betting advice is to pick under. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe.